has the story.
The state symbol of power towers over Barbara Brenner's tent.
Okay.
It's temporarily home for the Bellingham woman and her 2 kids until the state does something about the incinerator in her neighborhood.
We have an illegal incinerator in Whatcom County. It's been importing large quantities of infectious waste. It's toxic, and it's been making my kids sick. Rashes, fevers, nausea, diarrhea. We're here to ask the governor for help. Please pass that on and tell people what's happening. Otherwise, it could happen in your backyard, too.
This is what makes Brenner so angry, an incinerator owned by the Thermal Reduction Company. It burns Bellingham's garbage and hospital waste from Seattle and other cities. The incinerator's owner says it operates within permit conditions granted by the Northwest Air Pollution Control Authority, conditions approved by the State Department of Ecology. He also says the fact that Barbara Brenner runs around saying it's illegal doesn't make it illegal.
Our local government says the state should do the enforcement. Our state says our local government should do the enforcement.
Fueled by a mother's determination, Brenner continues her nearly single-handed battle against the incinerator, coming to Olympia because she says she got nowhere with the local authorities in Bellingham.
If they just show good faith by limiting the amount of infectious waste that can be burned, that will in effect stop them from importing it.
Governor Gardner was not available for an interview. His spokesman, though, said the governor believes that Barbara Brenner's concerns are legitimate and that they really want to help. But right now they're not sure how much authority the state wields over a locally regulated incinerator.
And this is my address if you ever want any information, but I'll be here forever if nothing happens. We have an illegal incinerator operating up in Whatcom County.
Though state officials say they're sympathetic to Brenner's cause, they're not making any promises.
I have 2 small children. They're right there. They've been getting fevers, rashes.
In Olympia, Diane App, King 5 News.
Well, we turn for a look at the weather with Jeff Renner. And the previous story, Barbara Brenner's protest prosecutor asked, does rain help the pollution count?
It certainly can, because a lot of that pollution is suspended in the air, just as pollen is also suspended in the air. And when we have some precipitation, it forces the pollution out of the air and down to the ground. So you do look for some improvement after rain. The question is, are we going to have improvement in the form of sun? We are. And so over the next couple of days, if you look out in the early morning hours to the south, look for Venus. It's going to be very bright, about 40 degrees above the horizon, and slightly to the right and above will be the planet Jupiter. Back with an optimistic forecast right after.
With Harry Wampler Weather.